Hello, Janice here. Let's move on to the next session, Keyframe using Fusion. Let's move on to the second keyframe, which is the keyframe using the Fusion tab. The Fusion tab is located here, as you can see. Using the Fusion tab is a more advanced version of the Simple Transform keyframe. Now the way to do it is, let's say we want to create a transformation or transition from this first clip to the second clip here. Now as you can see, let's make a cut for now. A small part of the clip from this first clip. Using the blade tool, press B. We click, then we move to the second clip. Then we click as well, so we have two clips that we will transform. Now usually we do the transformation here, we only select the first clip. Then we might want to zoom, we can just zoom in here. Then we move to the ending frame. Slide, press the left button a little, and then we do it like this. So the zoom looks like this. But with the Fusion clip here, we can do it more advanced. Now let's try the way is to click the transform clip here. Then, we enter the Fusion clip. Here there are nodes, here you can see there's media 1, media output 2. But what I'll share here is I won't explain in too much detail about what tools are related here, because you can find and search for many tutorial tools here on YouTube. I'm here just to demonstrate how I create a transition like a smooth zoom using the transform tool that we can manipulate from Fusion. Now the way is you can see here, there's transform. You can drag the transform here, and it will create a new transform node here. Now, as you can see, the active clip here is represented by the yellow color. You can see here, number 95 to 123 maybe. Now this is the total clip, or total duration in the active clip right now. So to perform the transformation, it's easier to see here. Now this is the active clip. Then, the way to do the transformation is more or less similar to before. Now here it's called size. If earlier it was zoom, now it's called size. Now you can try clicking here, it turns red, so we reactivate the auto key. Then we move to the ending frame. Now we change the size. Let's say we want to zoom in like this, 1.5. As you can see, 1.5 like this, so when we play, it's like that. Alright, 1.5. Now we can actually do a smooth transition here. Now the way is to activate the spline here. You can see here, then we activate the transform, check the box. Now you will get a graph like this. Let's zoom in here by clicking this button, zoom to fit. What happens here, as you can see, initially we zoom at 1. Then at the ending frame, we go to 1.5. Now as you can see, we have a zoom curve going up. Now we can do a smooth zoom like this. You can simply drag the line down here, like this and like this. So when we zoom, it will be smoother like this. We start with the smooth zoom, then transition to fast. Now here you can try adjusting it. It can be shaped like an S like this. So the effect is different. You can also reverse it like this. Now like this, you can also reverse it. Now it suits your needs, but for this time, we'll try a curve like this. So we can create a smooth zoom in effect here. Now let's take a look at the ending frame here. We can do advanced settings here. Firstly, there's a setting for motion blur. So if we set it, it will create a motion blur effect. Here is the quality, and here is the Saturn angle. The further to the right, the more contrast it will be, like this zoom effect. Alright, more or less like that. Now we've done a good job with the transition here. Then, we go back to the Edit tab here. Let's try playing it first. Now we do the zoom in the second clip here. First, exactly like what we did with the first clip. The way is to click Fusion. Then, we drag Transform to this line. Now from here you can see, this is the total clip we have. A total of 28 frames here, from 0 to 28. Now frame 0 is the area with a more zoomed out view like this. So to make the transition smooth for this second clip, we need to make it appear as if it's in a more distant position. Maybe here at 0.66. So that the empty area of the clip is filled, we can change the edge from canvas to mirror like this. Alright, now in the mirror area here, we can. Now it might still look strange here, but once we do the transformation, it will look good. Alright, now here, we do the keyframe. We press the size in auto key. At the first frame, then we move the clip to the right. Then, we set the size back to 1. As you can see, the curve changes again here. Similar to before. So from here we play. Alright, like that, as you can see, it's quite continuous. Then we do the same thing. We adjust the curve like before. You guys can do it by dragging upward like this. Then, we also drag upward like this. So we can do the transition like this. More or less like that. Don't forget to apply motion blur to the settings. Then, we do settings that are similar to before. Now, when you go back to edit. Now what happens we can see. As you can see, we have done the transformation. So that's the second way to perform a transformation using the Fusion tab. Now this Fusion tab is the equivalent of DaVinci Resolve's After Effects. So we can perform transformations, masking, and other tasks. It's an advanced version of the usual editing done in After Effects. But here I won't go too deep into explaining Fusion because our focus here is on compositing. Alright, that's all for how to use motion keyframes for the Fusion tab. Next, we will explain keyframe coloring. All right, thank you. We will continue to the next session.